Duty-free Mill Reef Stakes. They get away in the centre. The light blue of Should Have Been a Ring is going through to lead them early on, followed by Wallop. You'll be about 3 from the left, and then the favourite Sakheer and the yellow and black stripes. White and purple of Heroism is in company with Mustajab in the pink jacket, and these are followed by the nose-banded Rousing Encore, and Charin in light blue and yellow, maybe fractionally the back marker. But best turned out winner Should Have Been a Ring bowls along in front as they move down to the halfway stage, just over a length ahead to his stablemate Wallop running in second. Sakheer, the black and yellow stripes, runs in third position, a purple cap then for Heroism showing in fourth. Mustajab is in the centre of Charin, who's nearest to us, and a little bit hidden is Rousing Encore as they head down to the final 2 furlongs now, and it continues to be Should Have Been a Ring leading. On the right is Sakheer, the black and yellow stripes, coming with his challenge now. Wallop is still there. Heroism with the noseband on the left trying to make a progress, and Rousing Encore with the noseband on the far side. But it's a 4-timer for David Egan here on Sakheer, who's scooting clear by 2 or 3 lengths. So fantastic afternoon for trainer Roger Varian. Sakheer's won easy. Rousing Encore might have just got second position. Charin was running on, Should Have Been a Ring, and Wallop behind those.
Well, it's not long past 3 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time you watch this, he may have had a whole load more winners, but at this point it's 6 and counting, and dare I say it, the one that counts. He'll say they all do. Sakheer in the Mill Reef Stakes looks a potential star for Roger Varian. Roger, congratulations. What an afternoon this is turning into.
Yeah, we'll enjoy it, Nick. It doesn't often happen, does it? It never happened, but...
You were winning a classic 6 days ago. Things are going pretty well.
Yeah, no, it's great. You know, the horses are healthy and running well, and, you know, the team at home are doing a brilliant job, and we've got great support, lots of owners and some nice horses. So when everything clicks, you know, it's always a great day as possible, but today is very special.
Sakheer looks like he's got star quality. To do that to a Group 2 field and with such ease and rhythm and great fluidity to his stride as well. How excited are you about his potential?
Well, I think you have to be very excited. I was blown away by his performance really today, and he's looked very good at home, and he looked very good at Haydock. I was nervous coming in today because it's a very different task, you know, than you know, dominating a novice field. I thought he'd have to get to work today, and in fairness he did. You know, he travelled well into it, but I was interested to see what he'd do off a bridle, but I thought he was very impressive, hit the line strong, and hard to fault his performance today.
And he's winning today over 6 furlongs. The way he moves is not the way sprinters move. Do you believe he is a miling classic horse?
We hope he is. I think he's bred to be. You know, his pedigree would say 7 furlongs or a mile. Who knows? He's been very impressive over 6, and we'll have to, you know, debrief with everyone and see how he is afterwards to see what direction we go in. But I like how he's relaxing. He's a strong traveller, but he's not silly. I think he will stay further.
Is there a sense within you that feels compelled to run him over 7 furlongs this season, just to see where you are with him through the winter?
I think you can make that argument, but you know, let's just enjoy today, and we don't have to decide, do we? See how he is tomorrow, and I haven't spoken with the owner yet, and we'll get everyone together and see which direction we go in. But I think you could make the argument of stepping him up to 7 and see how he copes.
So it's either Middle Park or Dewhurst. That's the basic choice.
Well, I think they're the 2 races, but of course the Middle Park's only next week, and really there should be 2 or 3 weeks between a Mill Reef and a Middle Park, because I think this race should be a feeder race into the Middle Park. I don't think it makes sense that they're 7 days apart. But he is in the Middle Park, and the Dewhurst he'd need supplementing for. But I think those 2 races are probably the ones on the table.
Yeah, that bit of the future champions Rubik's Cube was the one bit that didn't quite work when they put it all together. So we look forward to seeing him probably in the Dewhurst, but maybe in next week's Middle Park. As far as the other winners were concerned today, Royal Champion, we know he's quite good, but he looked to take things to a whole new level today. Did the race fall apart, or has he taken it to a new level?
I wish I could give you the answer, Nick, because you know that horse has always looked very good at home. But of course, it's not about the mornings; it's about what they do in the afternoons. And although he won very well at Epsom earlier in the year, and he's ran good races in defeat in good fields through the summer, he's still, until today, he's never delivered what we really felt he was capable of. And today, everything clicked. He you know, had a good position. Jack kept it uncomplicated. He really picked up and finished his race off with proper purpose. And I hope that performance today, you know, gives that horse the bit of confidence to actually maintain that standard, and hopefully maybe he's just been maturing, but hopefully now he can really hold his own, in better company.
Is there something nice for him now?
We'll see. I wasn't expecting him to win quite as well as that today.
So did you have to have a rethink?
Well, always. Of course I do. But he deserves. He's won a listed race very, very well, and I'm sure there's a Group 3, a Group 2, or a Group 1 that he can run in through the autumn.
Handicaps matter too when they're as valuable as the Silver Cup. Dusky Lord up to a stiff 6, and the ground not too quick. He looked a completely different horse.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I've been running him over 5 furlongs most of the season, and he's been running well. He ran poorly a couple of times, but he delivered today. And again, he's a very nice horse. He ran very well at Glorious Goodwood. He was second, and he won very well at Newmarket first up, early on in May. And he's been knocking on my door, but didn't expect him to win as he did. But we're delighted. It's a great bunch of owners who own Dusky Lord, who have been with me for years, and I'm delighted.
And you're winner of the first race here, whose name has momentarily just escaped my mind. And yours, I think, probably.
Exoplanet.
That's the one, Exoplanet. Yeah. He was well backed. You think he's a nice horse for next year?
I think he's a really nice horse, and I can't wait to see how he improves with a run under his belt. I think he's a good prospect.
Middle distance horse, or is he going to be comfortable in a better grade at a mile?
Well, I should think a mile is a 2-year-old, but I think a 1.25 mile horse next year, I would imagine. But who knows? A stallion can get them over, all sorts of trips, and he's from a very good family. The dam is a half sister to Legitissimo, who won the Guineas and the Nassau, so he's very well related. And I nearly ran him a mile at Yarmouth on Thursday, and his last bit of work earlier in the week on the lime kilns just said he just sharpened up, and we thought 7 was the right trip to get him started. But no doubt a mile will be comfortable for him, and next year we'll just have to see.
Midbahi put Goodwood behind him quite stylishly. Were you tempted to have a crack at the Abbey with him?
Well, I certainly wouldn't rule it out. He'd been highly progressive before Goodwood. I thought he was a little bit unlucky not to win the charge on Eclipse Day at Sandown. But he is a improving sprinter. I think this is probably his trip. He's in the 6 furlong race on Champions Day as well, but I think 5 is probably his trip at the moment. And maybe one more run this year. It could be a really nice horse next year.
And all those thoughts we had last week about Eldarov, have they had time to ferment and produced anything different yet?
Not hugely. I mean, we've ruled out going to Melbourne, and I think we'll look at either the long distance cup at Ascot or the pre-Royal Oak at Longchamp. And it will be one more run this year in one of those 2 races if we're happy with a horse. Equally we could put him away if in 2 weeks' time we feel that's the right option. But I think either Ascot or Longchamp.
What time's your final runner today? It's at 8 o'clock at Wolverhampton, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
So you can relax now and enjoy the rest of it. Well done, Roger.
Thanks, Nick.
Cheers.